We dug for months, years, an eternity. And we were rewarded with madness.
Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Modded Darkest Dungeon with me, your host Tim. I'm playing the hell out of this game this weekend. We're here to do another mission, and we're finally going to do a level 5 dungeon. It's week 62, I think, in the game. I don't even remember what it was it said when I clicked on it. And we're finally going to do one. We could have done one significantly earlier, probably roughly around like week 50 or 49 or so. I think that's when I had my level 5s. Or I could have focused on them, but my playstyle likes having lots and lots of people in the roster for lots and lots of money and for stuff. But we're ready to go. I'm really nervous. Let's give it a shot. And we don't have a short mission around for us either. So, let's see what we're... Oh, wow. So, I'm either doing the weld or I'm doing a boss. I'd rather not do a boss mission. So, we'll first try a weld long mission. Oh, for the Guardian Shield, which I still need to change once this is done. That needs to be +4 speed if in position 4 as well. I will get to that. Alright, well, let's do this. Infection spreads unless checked. Place a tourniquet on the festering wood by destroying any creature you encounter. Alright, we're going to take our level 5s with us. So let's take a few seconds to look at them all. So here's Kauzo. We're just going to look at the trinkets. I'll describe all the differences again when we get in game from the base game's alterations. Well, my alterations to them, since I'm doing that now. So we have a stun stone? Wow, we need a better item on you, Kauzo. What are we earning for this? Wow, still using crappy trinkets. Alright, so Kauzo's using a stun stone to help her out, and a tenacity ring for the dodge and death blow resistance, I see. So she has +3 dodge, 20% stun chance. Shooter Multimedia is coming along as well. She is using Dismiss's Head, which has been altered from the base game. This one does 15% damage, not 25. But if the light's a little lower, you have a chance to surprise monsters. She loses both the hit points, and she still takes the stress damage. She's also using Sturdy Greaves, which is move resistance and debuff skill chance on the Arbalist. Since I've changed her Bola to be a debuffer, not a knockback. Yumi's coming along. She also has a tenacity ring, which will help her tank up there in the front rank, and she's also using brawler gloves, which will hopefully help her out up there. Finally, we're getting the Mighty Chrysandra along with us as well. Has some healing. We need it in a pinch. Life Crystal. And Holy Orders. So he'll probably get blighted a lot while we're in here. But hopefully he'll be our cool tank. Alright, let's provision. Man, I am so nervous. I have not stepped into a level 5 dungeon in months. But I need to test them. In fact, this is probably going to be the last week of testing. I probably should record 2 of these a day, and then play the hell out of my other estate, Johannathle, just to verify I haven't broken anything with any recent changes. Now, we're going to bring lots of torches with us. Well, let's bring at least 1 full stack. 1 key. I'm going to need lots of anti-venom. We're going to want lots of bandages. We'll want shovels. And I'm going to even bring more torches. We're just going to bring 2 more to make sure that I have a lot of light. You know what? We're going to really super supply for this. It's my first level 5, and it has to be a long mission. I'm bringing another medicinal herb. Tons of supplies on this. I think I dropped like close to 5,000 bucks. We get 7,500 if we win, though. Let's hope we can do it. Alright, here we go. Man, I remember the first level 5 I did way back, slightly over a year ago, when my highwayman took a 1 crit from a skeletal soldier. It dropped him from full life to death's door in a single go.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil.
Alright, looks like we're clearing out the section in front of the town's west side, and then we're going out to the highway that the main road would have led to, I'm going to say. With the one little offshot, I'm going to pretend that's where we crashed with our carriage originally. Alright, let's do this.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
I'm gonna make this a little more thematic since it's my first level 5, right? We've been doing pretty well at level 4s with all my groups, but now all the creatures have jumped up a level. We do have level 5 gear and skills on everyone, so we should be ready for this. Do I use an anti-venom? Or do I just want to focus on winning the mission? You know what, everyone? I think I'm not going to use anti-venom. We're going to keep marching. I really wanted to get rid of blight effects. We did not bring a plague doctor with us. By the way, I so very rarely actually look at the background. It's fantastic. Look at this. The sunset happening back here and everything. That is simply wonderful. I love the crypts. I'm kind of surprised there aren't any undead in this area. We have the fungal zombies, and we saw the ghost in the introduction to us arriving at the estate, but there's no shades or ghosts in the game. Be neat if someone actually makes a few monsters of that sort. I'm not an artist, so I can't make any monsters whatsoever. Okay, so first let's cover the changes we've done to the Crusader since the base game. So Smite. Well, and again, remember that accuracy might be a little lower here than in the base game as well. So first off, the Crusader himself gained 10% protection, remember? And he's gained 5% more since reaching level 5. His hit points, maximum hit points, were lowered because of that. Smite remains unchanged. His accusation is unchanged. Actually, I think the accuracy is a little higher in my mod than the base game. Stunning Blow is exactly the same. Bulwark of Faith no longer marks the Crusader. Instead, this now guards an ally and heals that ally for stress. For the protection it grants the Crusader, it's been greatly reduced by I think 15% total, or maybe slightly more. The guard lasts for 1 round. Battle Heal is unchanged. Holy Lance's chance to crit is significantly higher in this mod than the base game, but its accuracy is slightly worse. My Inspiring Cry I think heals less hit points than the base games by 1 less hit point. Trying to hit these guys is going to be a real pain in the butt.
Destroyed.
The Nashers are completely unchanged. Holy crap, 40 freaking dodge on them. Well, they're going to be a real pain to hit. The Vestal's changes. Mace Bash adds a 5% protection debuff when you use it against an enemy. At rank 4 in my mod, this will be able to hit the enemy's 3rd rank. Judgment is unchanged, as is Dazzling Light. Divine Grace was altered so that she can use this from the 2nd position, allowing your Vestals to be fully melee combat if they really wish to on the front ranks. Divine Comfort heals different types of ranges of hit points, but at level 5 it heals the same amount that it does in the base game. Illumination is unchanged, as is Hand of Light. She herself has 5% protection that she starts with at level 1. It never goes up beyond 5% protection, even at level 5. Oh, no one's protection increases as they level. She lost 1 single maximum hit point to gain that 5% protection. The Arbalist. Sniper Shot is unchanged from the base game, I think. In fact, I think the accuracy might even be the same. Suppressing Fire is unchanged. Sniper's Mark has less dodge in my mod than it does in the base game, but it adds a 5% protection debuff to the target as well. Bola in my mod does not push the front 2 ranks around. Instead, it applies a -3 speed debuff to them, period. Blind Fire is exactly the same in the base game as it is in my mod. Battlefield Bandage in my mod can be used on the person in the 4th hero rank. And Rattling Flare is exactly the same. We'll cover the camping skills later. The Crone. Her Curse of Vulnerability, as you can see, no longer marks a target struck, but Embrace the Dark does. Her defense was lowered slightly. It's normally 45. In my mod, it's 42. In my mod, it's 37, but she gained 3 maximum hit points at this level instead. Her Fetid Sensor was weakened considerably. It no longer diseases the target struck, and no longer gives you 10 stress. Its maximum damage, though, was increased by 2 points at this level, I believe.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born. Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
So this is when I'm most nervous, because this group can't really do anything to the dog if they keep missing. I have re-enabled this delaying combat mechanics. Normally I would have left them off for this for level 5s, but I really want to see, so far it's felt correct, so I will not be lowering it at the moment. I'm just getting rid of it.
Obliterated.
Thank goodness I hit him.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
I was hoping to get one of these, because we could really use the increased stun chance for this dungeon. But what do I get rid of for it? I'm thinking we will swap the Holy Orders for the Paralyzer's Crest while we are here. Mostly because I don't want the Bleed Blight debuff. And we shouldn't have to worry about the Virtue chance unless we start taking a ton of stress damage.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Remember that in this mod, you only ever find heirloom items in their level 1 totals. We will never find 8 crests here. Ectoplasms. In my mod, I believe, ectoplasms should always leave a body, even when you crit them. In addition to that, my ectoplasms have more hit points. I think these guys have 18 hit points in the base game. Mine have 23. When they hit you with a cryokinesis attack, their cryokinesis, whatever it's called, they also inflict 5 stress to the person so struck.
Eradicated. Disadvantage. Give them no quarter. Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I forgot, she wants to be in front. She's got the brawler gloves. Oh, we were surprised. That's why she wasn't in the front. We don't really need this. But I know if I don't... I won't be coming back here for it. None of these characters need it because they all kind of heal all their stress. Why don't we hold on to the holy water for resistances? I will risk using a single shovel. Down to already the 3. I'll risk it. Remember that citrine's now stacked to 6 and are worth 300 gold. And I recently, like 2 days ago, increased these gems' value by 250. If you find 2 of them, you just got the same amount that you would have gotten from a trapezian.
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
We will camp in the next room. We still don't have a person who's able to get rid of traps with this group. Oh, holy crap, you have Cautious. I'm going to want to lock that on you, Shooter Multimedia. Cautious is the old backtracker. I should test dark runs for level 5s, but I'm sorry, everyone, I'm not gonna. Not on this estate. Not without save scumming. I'm pretty sure dark runs are fine. I would normally never, ever do a dark run in level 5 dungeons, ever. Ever. And I don't really want to do it here. Do I want to use a torch? Not... I think I should. We won't be surprised in here. Let's try this at this light level. The Giant has gained 10% protection in my mod and lost a few hit points. I think he's lost 10 or 18 hit points. I've lowered the damage that his Tree Branch Smackdown does by, I think, 6 min and I think 10 or 12 max at this level. He still hits like a truck, but he no longer hits as hard as 5 trucks, one after another, when they come at you. He is still powerful, should be powerful enough to reduce a non-frontline fighter's life to almost 0 on a non-crit if he does max damage. He can also only use Tree Branch Smackdown if he's in the front 2 ranks. I think that means he can use it from this spot as well, because I think it counts as where his first foot is. His Poison Spores, well, no, I don't think he shouldn't be able to use them from the front rank. If he does, that's a bug. Poison Spores has a 60% chance to hit a second person with the attack. And also recall that because Confusion Spores does a tiny bit of damage, that will also cause stress to everyone when he uses them. The Fungal Bombard's protection level has been reduced. I believe it's 33% at this point. It's only... Oh, that should actually probably be... No, that's correct. It's 20 here. He has a higher dodge, however, by I believe 7 points. 5 or 7 points in this mod. And his speed, I think his speed might be lower by 1. His Escape Cloud also causes diseases at this rank, in addition to his Rain of Blight. While I would really like to hit her, I really should go after the Bombard to get rid of... Oh, and remember that this thing's marked target reduces the defense and protection of your targets. I don't really know what to go after here. They're all really bad. Let's start by going after, I guess, her. We're gonna stun the Giant. I'm gonna try stunning the little one. Let's lower her dodge.
decimated. How quickly the tide turns.
He has a higher chance to crit, and I gave him knockback 2 as well, so that does not surprise me. That would have reduced him to no hit points in the base game.
Devastating blow.
Holy crap! Welcome back to the fight, Cassandra. That 38 heals on a crit, that was awesome.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Remember that at this level, the stress damage done by my always take stress damage has been increased by 1 point.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
That was fun! Holy crap! Whew. I really like knockback 2 on him instead of knockback 1. Good, huge damage, and it gets that guy out of there, who is preferably your tank up front. I'm also really glad we found a Paralyzer's Crest. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to fight a few more giants. Let's rest.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
Camping skills, so we'll take the time it takes to do this. There'll be a skip link here to go ahead and jump ahead. Recall again that Encourage in this mod reduces your stress by 10, not 15. Bandage heals 20%, not 15%, and does not remove blights. Pep Talk is still the same. So my Arbalist heals 40% at all times, rather than 35% in the base game, and it removes bleeding and blight damage from that target for 3 time unit costs. In the base game, it has a chance to heal 50%. Marching Plan is exactly the same. My Reaching Crossbow does not put a speed debuff on the Arbalist. I think this is fair, actually. I'm tempted to increase the time unit cost to 4, though, but I would like some feedback on that. If I don't get any, I'm just going to leave it alone just like this. It's a pretty good self-buff. And Triage heals all companions 25% as opposed to 35% in the base game, but it also removes bleeding from them all. We'll come back to her. The Vestal's Sanctuary in my mod still prevents a nighttime ambush and costs 1 time unit less. It also reduces the stress of everyone by 5. I believe in the base game, if you had Death Door debuffs, I think it removes them or heals even more stress or even heals hit points on you. I cannot recall, but I have removed Death Door's debuffs from my mod, so they are not here to benefit from. Prey in this mod, I don't remember what it does in the base game. It costs 3 time units. The Vestal gains 5% to crit, and everyone else reduces their stress by 10 if they're religious, and gains 10% prot, or they reduce their stress by 5. I'm actually going to use Prey for the first time, I think. Well, once we're done looking at the characters. Chant in this mod costs only 1 time unit. If that person is religious, they gain a 10% stress damage resistance buff and heal 12 stress. If they're not religious, they reduce their stress by 7. I will probably alter this so it can affect the Vestal as well. Bless has been reduced from 3 time units to 2. The camping skills of my mod tend to be probably a little better than the base games. I think I'm fine with that, and I really like the idea of that some characters, even their base, some of their skills are better than Encourage. Like, it doesn't even come close to competing. Prey is better in every way than Encourage. Sorry, not Prey, Chant. But I like that idea, that sometimes you want to bring characters for their camping skills. The Crusader's Unshakable Leader is... Now, before I do this, by the way, Red Hook, I believe, has changed a lot of these to be similar now. These were... So these 2 abilities... Alright, I'm sorry, I'm rambling on. Let's just do this. Unshakable Leader is 4 time units now, and it affects all companions, giving them a 20% stress resistance buff. Stand Tall affects only the Crusader, but it gives him minus 35% stress damage for 2 time units. Zealous Speech cost 4 time units in my mod. I believe it cost 5 in the base game. All companions gain a 10% stress damage buff, a minus 10% stress damage buff, and reduce their stress by 10. Up until the release, Zealous Speech used to, in the base game, heal hit points instead for 5 time units. Red Hook actually has a better version of this in their game for 1 more time unit, but I like this one better. So, well, I'm partial to mine, let's just say. And Zealous Vigil is 4 time units in my mod, reduces his stress by 10, does not care if he's inflicted, grants him 10 accuracy, and prevents a nighttime ambush. Alright, let's begin doing this. So let's use Prey. Watch over us, protect us from evil's thoughts. Let's use Unshakable Leader. The question is, do I want to use Battle Trance or one of these abilities instead? Let's use Restring Crossbow. We will want that accuracy, I think. And finally, let's get her stress down a tiny bit. Alright, let's... I didn't use Sanctuary, did I? We might have an ambush.
The light, the promise of safety.
you mean be paying attention to what's up ahead of you. Oh god. Okay. Cultist Witch has been altered in this mod in that she can crit with her stressful incantation. But the stressful I think that's... Oh, and it no longer marks you. Her tentacle moves cause stress to those who get hit with it, the same as a maggot would have done had a maggot struck you. She is no different otherwise. Actually, that's not true. I think she has 2 less hit points at level 5. The Ghoul. The Ghoul's Skull Throw stuns the person struck. I can't remember if Red Hook added the same to the base game. It causes also a lot of stress and does decent damage. His Howl in my mod can crit with a 5% chance to do so, but no longer afflicts anyone with the worries. Finally, his Rend attacks both people on the front ranks, not just a single target, and is a blight effect, not a bleed effect. It used to be a blight effect a long time ago in the base game as well, during the earlier portions of early access. Oh, there's been more alterations to him too. I forgot about his hit points and prot and so on. his protection has been lowered to 30%. In the base game, he's got 40% right away at level 3, and he holds on to that at this level. I gave him 25% at level 3, and he goes up 5% at this point. I think his maximum speed was also lowered by 1 at every level. Holy crap!
Death by inches.
I'm gonna have to look at that stress damage. Red Hook must have increased the damage that Stress 3 does. I will need to change that now. That is way too much stress for a single ability.
Annihilated. Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Okay. Red Hook must have upped the damage, so... Quick amount of information you guys don't care about, but I'm gonna say it anyway. In the past, the Cultist Witch had used abilities called Stress 1, Stress 2, and Stress 3. So did the Bone Courtier, so did the Swine Wretch, and the Fish Shaman. They tended to max out at Stress 2, but I thought the Cultist Witch went up to Stress 3. Stress 3, that's way too much damage for Stress 3. So I will be right back, and I will reduce the Witch's stress to Stress 2.
Has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil.
We're back, everyone. So I've reduced it. Holy crap, 28 freaking stress. That's just ridiculous. That's why we're testing, though. I want to test level 5s more often than just this one mission. I need to level some more of them. Now, I have to go south, because I need to know if there's a room battle down there. And yeah, Cassandra immediately is going to gain the Holy Orders for that Virtue Chance, Death Blow Resistance, Stress Reduction.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
I think I may give the Cultist Witch at level 5 Darkness 3 instead of Darkness 2, though. These things have a 22% chance to crit. I'm just waiting for it to happen.
Annihilated.
I so love that they re-added all those back in again.
Formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
I have nothing I'm willing to drop. I don't understand why the characters say things like meh. Oh, come on, you're kidding me, game. I gotta go all the way through both of those? Okay. Like, I would love a map, because the map means we now know what's ahead of us at all times. Like, now I know I can drop the shovels past this one obstacle if I so wish to. Food. I don't need food, but we can do this.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
No. No, we shan't. Should have given you a tenacity ring to increase your chance at getting virtuous, Cassandra, because you're about to make that check.
Moment of valor shines brightest against the backdrop of despair.
Hell yeah, Cassandra. Awesome. Holy crap, they will regret focusing on you now. Holy crap. Wonderful.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Move resistance. You're not going to move him anymore. He went virtuous for us.
Decimated.
Think so, not with my sturdy greaves on.
Obliterated. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
Cassandra, that is so freaking amazing. Holy crap, that is awesome. And now I don't need this on you anymore. We can swap back to this, since you passed a virtue check, and you'll probably be able to resist a great deal more of that stress. Now what am I dropping for this? Let's eat some of this food. And we shouldn't be able to have more than... We should be able to have more than 2 food checks, so I can drop this food safely. This group, man, you guys are fan-freaking-tastic. I need the lock cautious on Shooter Multimedia.
Ambushed by foul invention.
This way I have someone who can get rid of traps. Lots of things down that hallway. We're gonna go south before we go north.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
You know, I haven't fought in the rank 3 collector. Oh, that's awkward. Oh, interesting. It didn't tell you to say how much stress you earned.
Eradicated.
I need to kill these things before they spawn a large version of themselves.
How quickly the tide turns.
Holy crap! Well, Cassandra, looks like you're ending up with a lot of stress anyway. Jesus, wow, holy crap.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
What is this? Antiquarian only, 25% max hit points. I'm not gonna take an antiquarian with me in this run, but you know what? I don't need the portrait.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
That would have been like 50 stress if that had crit. If it was still stress 3. Man, Iron Swan has yet to hit at all. That sucks. I don't want to kill any because they'll just summon more of themselves, so we'll just weaken them a little bit.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
That was weird. Oh, no, that was a resist check that happened. Slap Snipe doesn't care about being guarded either. Yeah, good for it.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
You will survive. I judge it so.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade. Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
This would have been a much different battle, the rest of the dungeon, had you not gone courageous on us, Cassandra. Yeah, look at this. Plus 50% to all your resistances. That's simply incredible. We have to be careful that you're not multi-crit from something that will end you here. Do we have any space for any leftover quartz? I don't think we do. No, we don't. So we don't use the holy water on that.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Courage, men! We shall prevail. They're all ladies, but it's okay. It's okay. Alright, so... I'm just gonna stun one of them to start. Oh, that's awkward. My guys do more... Oh, I should talk about these guys as well, so we'll do that in a few seconds. My clawlers, or fungal zombies, they do the same damage that they did with the base game, but their damage to marked targets is higher. They also have like a 4 or 5% greater chance to crit against marked targets as well. To compensate, their protection is 20% lower at this level. Normally it'd be 50%. Whoa, wow! I didn't think... Holy crap! I did not think that... Oh my god! What happened to all the speed that we've got? These guys have 3 freaking speed! Oh. So do my guys. Holy crap. If I had known that, I would have actually healed her. I don't want to lose someone to this fungal zombies. I probably should actually be stunning them. They do more damage than I'll do healing. I don't have flare, so I can't get rid of the mark. Just try to keep her up. Courage, men. We shall prevail. I forgot to use the anti-venom. Better believe we're going to guard her. No way are you taking crits while you're marked. Oh, they're not adding stress damage. I'll have to watch this. If they're not, I'm going to have to fix that. I don't think they are.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Nice. Everyone's stress is 0, Cassandra. Thank you for this. This has been amazing. I'll have to get lucky to kill it with you.
A trifling victory, but but a victory nonetheless.
Awesome. We'll open this up. Why not? Because it's trapped is why not. Alright, well that does it for us. Cool, our first level 5.
Driving out corruption is an endless battle, but one that must be fought.
4 resolve for that. On the way to level 6, Yumi picks up. This is the spot. Everyone else got diseased. Cassandra gets Tapeworm. Calzo got On Guard, which is awesome, and Bad Humors. And Shooter Multimedia picked up Chagas. The game's like, no, Tim.
I remember days when the sun shone and laughter could be heard from the tavern.
You're going to spend money on these people, if not through stress, then through disease treatment. So I underwent effective quirk treatment, removing Flawed Release, and I locked Unholy Hater. Season 13 removed Weld Phobe and locked Evasive. Last turn off screen, the Stagecoach was leveled up to 76%. Level 2 heroes can now appear in the Stagecoach. Nomad Wagon has been leveled up to 77%. Now offers better pricing on trinkets. Level 4. And that will do it for us, everyone, I think. Unless, do I want to do another level 1 mission really quick on screen? No, I think we'll stop here. I might make it a 2-parter for the next episode. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next one. Take care.